Hi love, welcome back. In today's class, we are making this beautiful mesh dress. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ayi and welcome to class. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you my darling, my love, sweetheart for always coming back to us. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. Let's get right into class. For these tutorials, I'll be using Yeye acrylic yarn in these two colors and also your tape measure, scissors and a 3.5mm hook and your stitch marker. This dress fits a size small to medium, but I'm going to walk you through to get your desired fit. To begin with, you are going to make a slip knot, and this is how I make my slip knots. And after the slip knot, you are going to make a foundation chain of 50. If you are making for a size large, consider making a foundation chain of 55. And if you are making for extra small, consider making a foundation chain of 45. After your foundation chain of 50, you are going to skip one and prepare a half double crochet inside the next stitch. We are going to skip one and make half double crochet inside the next stitch and keep making half double crochets until the end of the row. And this is row 1. Row 1, 2 and 3 is going to be the same. That is 49 half double crochets. At the end of the row, you are going to chain 2, turn over your work and make half double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. And at the end of the row, you're going to chain 2 and work your last row of 49 half double crochet. So I'll meet you when I'm done with my rows. So row 1 to 3 is the same. At the end of row 3, you're going to count from the other side of your work. You're going to count 30 stitches from the other side of the work and put your stitch marker on the 30th stitch. And you're going to make this bralette in 2 parts. For this part, you are going to do count 30 from the ending, and when you're making your next one, you're going to count 30 from the front. So you're going to start making when you're making the next one, you're going to start making your half double crochet from front. But with this side, I'm going to start making slip stitches until you get to the stitch marker. So when you're making the other side, you would make 30 half double crochets, and after then you would make slip stitches until the end. And if you are starting again from this point, you are going to make your slip stitches, and when you get to the stitch marker, take off your stitch marker and chain 2. After you chain 2, you are going to make half double crochets until the end of the row. Now for row 4, what we just did, so row 4, row 5 and row 6 is going to be the same, 30 half double crochets. So this is row 5. You're going to chain 2 and make half double crochet in each stitch until you get to where you started your 30th half double crochet. So this is row 5. Go ahead and make your row 6. Now for row 7, you are going to chain 2, and we are going to start decreasing. So this is how to decrease. Watch it carefully. You have 4 loops and yarn over, pull through all 4, and you keep making your half double crochets until the end of the row. So we are going to be decreasing at this side of the work. We are not going to decrease at where the excess chain is at the end of the row here. Because we are not going to decrease, you are going to keep making your normal half double crochets, and when you get to the end of the row, you are going to decrease again. So row 7, 8, 9 and 10 is going to be decreasing on this particular part. So you are going to decrease on that part until row 10. So this is my row 11. When you get to row 11, you are going to start decreasing on both sides. So row 11, you are going to start decreasing on both sides until you have 3 stitches remaining. So go ahead and from row 11, decrease on both sides, and I'll meet you when I have 3 stitches remaining. Again, let me walk you through again. From row 4 to 6, you are going to make 30 half double crochets. From row 7 to 10, you are going to be decreasing on one side, and from row 11 up until you're going to decrease until you have 3 stitches remaining. So go ahead and do this, and I'll meet you when I have my 3 stitches remaining. And this is my 3 stitches remaining. Now you're going to chain 2 and make double crochets in all 3 stitches. In the following 3 stitches, chain 2, and you're going to work double crochets in the 3 stitches until you have your long strand. So keep working until your desired length of the strand, and you're going to make 2 of this. So this is my 2 complete, and now we are going to insert our ring, and I'll show you what to do next. Before inserting our ring, we are going to work single crochets from the strands, just the first double crochet row. We are going to insert our yarn and work single crochet in each stitch. So chain 1 and work single crochet in each stitch until you have 5 rows remaining to the end. That's where we are going to place our ring. So work your single crochets in each space, and when you have 5, when you get to your row 5, you are going to pick your ring, and we are going to attach the ring to our top. And this is how we are going to be attaching it, by single crochet. And at this point, you are going to make 2 single crochets in each space. So at the end of the row, you should have 10 single crochets. We are making 2 single crochet in each space because we want it to hold very tight, very firm. But if you feel like 2 single crochets are too much, you can do 1, or you can alternate between them, and just make sure the ring holds firm. So at this point, I'm going to be working few single crochets at the edge of the bralette to sew in that yarn there. So So if you don't have any excess yarn, you don't have to worry about this. So this is me trying to hide the excess yarn. And when you are done, you cut and chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. Now we are going to attach this part to our second cup, and the second cup you start by attaching your second cup, and just as you did for the other part, you are going to do the same thing. And now this is the row 3. We are going to attach your rings again, and you are going to make this part, you are going to make 6 single crochets. So 2 each. Remember, is 3 rows, so 2 each. If you don't have this wooden ring, it's totally fine, you can use your ring. This is to adjust the back. We want it to be more stylish, and after that you can work your single crochets up until the beginning of your double crochet row, and you cut and fasten your yarn and repeat the same exact thing for the other side of the cup. Now we are going to be working for the body of your work, and you attach your yarn, chain 1, and you are going to go in with 6 single crochet. After your 6 single crochets, you can chain 7 or 8 if you prefer. You are going to chain 3, turn over your work, and you are going to work a double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, and work double crochet in your last stitch. You are going to chain 2 again, 3, turn your work, and we are going to start making increase. So on the same stitch, you are going to make your double crochet, chain 1, and the first chain 1 space you are going to make your double crochet, chain 1, and now you're going to make double crochet, chain 1 in each chain 1 space, and when you get to the end, you are going to make 2 double crochets. So this is 1, you chain 1, and you're going to make another double crochet in the same space. I'll chain 3 again, and we are going to increase. So just watch carefully how I'm doing. So we are increasing on both sides. So the beginning, you increase and you go in with your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and we are working in the chain 1 spaces, and at the end, that is your last chain 1 spaces, you are going to go in with an increase. So it's double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet again in the same space. So I have 3 rows, so go ahead and make 6 rows, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my 6. This is my 6th row complete, and now we are going to make the waist part. So you are going to make a long chain. This is where you take your waist measurement and make a chain that is equivalent to your waist measurement. So I'm going to go ahead and make 120 chains. After my 120 chains, you're going to attach it to the other side of your work, and we are attaching it with a slip stitch. So slip stitch to the other side of the work, chain 1, or 2, cut and fasten your yarn. And at this point we are going to start working on the body. So we are going to divide our work into 2 equal parts. First of all, we have to divide our mesh into 2, our mesh part into 2 parts, and it has to be equal. So you have to count your mesh spaces and put your stitch marker, and after that you count your chain spaces and put your stitch marker. In this case I made 120 chains, so 60 so I'm going to put my stitch marker at the exact middle, and you should be having something like this. Now from the back, the exact middle, you are going to start working your mesh rows. So take off your stitch marker, attach your yarn at that same point and chain 3. You are going to skip 1 and make a double crochet in the following stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make a double crochet in the following stitch. So this is literally the pattern for the body of the work. Chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet in the following stitch, chain 1, skip 1. So you're going to go around until where we started from. So when you get to the mesh space again, you are going to do the same exact thing, but at this point you are going to be working inside the space, the mesh space, and you're going to go around until the end. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 space and chain 3 again, and you are going to start making your double crochets in the chain 1 spaces. So double crochet, chain 1, and you make double crochet again in your chain 1 spaces. So you're going to go around until you have 6 rows. So keep doing the same exact thing. So we have 1 and we're working on 2. So go ahead and make 6 rows, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my 6 rows. After your 6 rows, you are going to put your stitch marker at your hip. Just get where your hip is and put your stitch marker. So for row 7, you are going to work the same thing as we are doing, just that at the where we place our stitch marker, we are going to make increase, and this is how to make your increase. So you are going to go in with double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in the same space. So go ahead, and when you get to the next stitch marker, you are going to put your other increase and keep working until the end of the row, and you slip stitch. So this is going to be the pattern until you get your exact hip measurement, and you are going to be alternating between increase row and normal row. So this is increase row. The next, you are going to go in with normal row, increase row, normal row, until you get your hip measurement. And I made about 19 rows in total. So this is what I have. This is 19 rows of alternating, and now we are going to stop and start working your normal rows. When you get your hip measurement, keep working until your desired length. So this is what I have. Keep working until you have your desired length, and now let's work on our last row, that is finishing your dress. So you're going to make sure you cut and fasten all loose ends, you sew in all loose ends, and we do the last part. So I lost some footages. I'm almost like into the work, half of the work, but let me show you how to do this. So we are going to just be working 5 double crochet in our chain 1 space, and we are going to slip stitch 2 times. So make 5 double crochets in your chain 1 space. In the next chain 1 space, you are going to go in with a single crochet, and the next one a single crochet again, and the next space you are going to make 5 double crochets. So it's 5 double crochet, make single crochet in the next, single crochet in the following, and 5 double crochet, and keep doing this until the end of the row. So keep going around until you end and make a slip stitch, and you are done. If you haven't subscribed to the channel up until this point, please do. And if you're a returning subscriber, my love, my darling, at this point all I want you to do is to leave me a heart sign under the comment section. Let me know you made it up until the end. Until we meet next week, my babies, my love, stay hydrated. I love you. Bye bye.